heavier on the right tank?
You know, for some reason, they studied these Cessnas and all the blogs talk about it. For some reason, the fuel burns quicker when you're feeding at a both from the left tank. It doesn't come. So sometimes on a long trip, I'll run the right tank and try to keep it even. Okay, we're crossing over. Basically, if you look down, you can see the houses on the point down there.
Yeah.
Kind of bends about what would that be?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah. State Park?
State Park next to another lime plant, or lime mining. We've
So
walked
big.
it. There's the entry gate.
We found a geocache there.
We're traffic Cessna 172
really?
Golf Tango departing runway 15.
Barry found it.
Yeah, we did.
That was Cleburne, wasn't it?
Very quite contrary. How does your garden grow?
It doesn't.
Oh,
Mary has an answer for that.
you should water it.
Have you done any geocaching, Mary?
Take more traffic.
Actually, I haven't. I haven't had a chance to. Oh, you know what I did a couple weeks ago?
Did you?
Probably the last week of 2012 I went.
And you're at about, what is that, 10 degree of bank? No, 20.
30. Well,
You're at
25.
30?
There's
Yeah.
30 right there.
Yeah.
Cleburne traffic, Skyhawk 02 Victor 7 West landing Cleburne.
Good job. Taking off from a landing, he's on a departure. If he's
Yeah.
on an upwind, that's actually a
in the
place
pattern.
in
We
the
did a
pattern.
flyover the pattern, right?
Yeah.
That's
But-
why I was confused.
Well, and it is confusing, and even general aviation pilots, when you announce you're taking the active, you really should say departing 15, not taking the active. Departing 15.
Why is that?
Just because that's what you're doing. You're
Uh-oh.
departing.
02 Victor 4 West landing Cleburne. Birds, pattern altitude.
Yeah, they
11
love
o'clock.
it. They like to hang around below 4,000.
Traffic 02 Victor entering a downwind 15 Cleburne.
The only thing I'd add is it's a right downwind. You're making right-hand turns. You're supposed to make your position announcements prior to entering that position. So
Okay.
just before you turn, you'll say right base 15.
You pull carb heat and all that stuff?
When you're beam the threshold, pull carb heat, drop in about 10 degree of flaps, start your kind of stair step down. You're a mile off the end of the runway because there's a little golf course at a farm that I looked at. And then when you're 45 off the threshold, call your right base.
Traffic, Charlene 89 Mike, left base 14.
And that's Cleburne traffic 02 Victor entering a right base, runway 15 Cleburne.
And I wouldn't descend much more. 500 feet is going to be about 1,300.
Okay.
And don't crank around a whole lot of turn. And we have a 1.7, so you may be a little bit of push beyond center line. This would probably be good. I'd do a pretty quick final, report a final.
Cleburne traffic 02 Victor, final runway 15 Cleburne.
Final 14, full stop.
My lap belt came off.
Yeah, mine does.
Or not my lap belt, my
Okay, there's your lights. See
Yeah.
those lights, Ben?
I need to add
Yeah,
more. What
I've
do you
seen
do? You just land with 10 degrees
You
of
need
flaps?
to
Or what?
drop in a little bit more. Now, I usually drop in at about this point. I'll drop in some more, and you should get 2 red and 2 white. Here,
Oh, that's a lot.
I wouldn't put any more than that.
I'm gonna flip it a little bit.
Here, let me bring them up to about. Hold on to the stick. Okay, that's where you need to be at about 20. This airplane has 40 degrees of flap.
What are your approaching speed at?
You want to aim for 80, 70. You want to touch the ground at about 74. Now that's miles an hour over there. So.
Okay, we'll give it to me in that.
Okay, yeah, just read it. That's it. That's it. 80. You want to slow your speed. You can always pull and sink a little bit. That's what Ben and I did the other day.
Stephen Wool traffic.
Got plenty of runway. You could probably pull power and make the runway.
Oh yeah, you land with no power.
Yeah, no power.
A little low.
Pull power, make the
Off
runway.
center line.
Stephen Wool traffic, Skyhawk 738 Golf Juliet. We are approximately 3
your nose,
miles
pull,
to the
pull,
west
pull.
of your airport doing a
Hold
photo
it,
shoot
hold it
at
up,
30,000.
hold it up. You're going to slam on the nose wheel.
Stephen Wool traffic.
There you go. Rotate, pull, 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 pull. Now you're in good shape. Pull. Just let it sink. Let it lose energy. You're on the ground. Flaps up. Carb heat in. Full throttle. Sorry.
Sorry.
And you're looking for 64.
Stephen Wool, Skyhawk 738 Golf Juliet doing a photo shoot on 4 miles to the west of the airport.
A photo shoot.
Yeah. Cleburne traffic, Skyhawk 02 Victor, on the go, 15, remain in the pattern, Cleburne.
Nice work. Good job, Jack.
Thanks.
You did okay.
But I do need to change underwear.
Photo shoot at 3,000 Stephenville.
You want to get up to within 300 feet of pattern, you can look right, turn right.
Seems like it's a little cold for a photo shoot, if you ask me.
Yeah. What kind is it? Good job, son.
All right.
I think that's better than your Hillsborough landing. And
Well,
we consider that you want to put power in if you're going to crank it around like that.
I got full power.
Okay. You got your flaps up?
Yep.
Carb heat in? Okay. I didn't touch the stick, so. You know, wherever you want to, I'd call your positions. You're on a cross, now you're turning downwind, right downwind.
Cleburne traffic 02 Victor, turning right downwind, runway 15 Cleburne.
Okay, here's your drill. There's a neat looking airplane taxiing out, but a beam of the numbers, pull carb heat, your flow is this way.
Okay.
Pull carb heat, pull power, drop in flaps.
Okay.
But I like to be a mile off the threshold, which is I'll show you the farmhouse.
Before you do all that?
No, that's when I
carb
start
heat.
working power flaps. About 10 degree, 1001, 1002. There's a meter right here if you want to look at it.
Do you descend on your downwind?
You actually stair step down from the downwind to base corner, and then the next corner you want to be at about 500 AGL.
Okay, I have a really tight pattern, but that's fine. Cleburne traffic 02 Victor, base runway 15 Cleburne.
You can extend your pattern. I mean your downwind.
Rockwell traffic, helicopter 259, left downwind 17.
Let's do one more touch and go.
Sure.
300 is my magic number around here. I don't like to get below, and you don't need to be there yet.
All right, Stephen,
was really high last time.
7 Golf Juliet.
Okay.
Cleburne traffic 02 Victor, final runway 15 Cleburne.
Feel that.
Okay, this is a dangerous turn. This is the most dangerous turn for general aviation.
Yeah, we're still really
Is
high.
the base to final. If you overshoot, you crank it around, you're going to spin, and you have no altitude to correct. Very dangerous. So you don't ever want to overshoot if you can help. You try to anticipate the winds.
I feel like that's a lot of flaps.
It feels like, you're 20. I wouldn't get, well, let me bring them up a little bit. Let's keep them at 20. There you go. I never do much more than 20. There you go. Now manage your speed.
Departure at 3,000 Stephenville.
You're in good shape. Perfect. All you got to do now is get your speed down, which you can pull back on the stick and you'll sink, but you'll slow down. All final? I don't remember.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. We didn't announce touch and go, did we?
No.
You got plenty of runway. Don't worry about, you pick an aim point and try to get there, but that's something you'll learn later.
Course scanning traffic.
Just keep your nose up. We can't take much of it.
I got it.
Okay, I'll let you have it. Nose up, rotate. There you go. Pull the power. Do you have power in it?
A little bit.
Let it sink. Pull the nose back and you'll slow down. Keep your rudder straight. Little right. There you go. That's all right. Okay, you're bouncing now. Give it power and let's just flaps up, carb heat in. Good job. Yeah, you don't want to start that. It's called porpoising.
Yeah.
And you can't stop it. Just announce that you're on the go, remain in the pattern.
Cleburne traffic 02 Victor on the go, remaining in the pattern. Cleburne traffic. So you have zero power when you're going in?
Yeah, you're gliding. You're a glider when you touch the wheel.
Once he makes the threshold, hold on, I just want to ask Dad something. You have zero power when you're landing, when you're on final?
Unless you're dealing with some wind.
Okay.
You keep power in it. Half the gust factor.
Right.
If it's 10 gust into 15, that's 2.5. You put 2.5 in to your 74.
Okay. Cleburne traffic 02 Victor, crosswind runway 15 Cleburne.
That's kind of the rule, half the gust factor.
201.
Yeah, I knew the airspeed, but...
Runway 15, Cleburne traffic.
I need some air, buddy. I'm hot.
All right.
Yeah. Everybody's downwind. Could be
I don't.
anywhere.
I'm trying to ask you, when you descend out of the pattern altitude,
Yes.
when is it? When you start descending from 50?
when I hit the corner, basically, of the pattern, when I do it, well, it really starts at the threshold. When you're abeam the threshold, you pull car beat.
No. I know about pulling car beat. I'm asking when do you descend?
Turning left downwind.
When are you leaving 1650?
He's taking off.
We're scanning traffic.
Well, it happens by itself. As soon as you pull car beat, pull power.
Yep, there you go.
It's dropping flat.
You mean you pull power to nothing?
No. I understand what you're asking.
I'm just trying to figure out when do you start descending?
You really, when you're abeam the numbers, really, that's my answer. But you really, seriously, is when you make the downwind to base turn.
Look like 89 or 9 November.
My target
downwind. 17
is 500 AGL on the base to final.
I know that, but when do you start leaving 1650?
Right now.
Okay.
Start a slow descent. If you want to keep power in it, you can. It's not that important at this point. When the threshold's 45 off your wingtip, or off your window here, and you announce your turn before you make it.
Cleburne traffic 02 Victor, turning final, runway 15 Cleburne.
You're not really turning final, but that's okay.
Cleburne traffic 2010 Victor, departing the pattern southwest bound. Cleburne.
We call that whole thing
Okay. Understand. I'm teaching you a different way of landing.
Yeah.
Cleburne traffic, Cessna 172 Golf Tango is 5 miles south of the field. We're practicing the GPS approach for runway 33. We'll break off 2 miles.
You're about where you want to be.
Field. Cleburne
Throw
traffic.
power in it.
Cleburne traffic 02 Victor, final, landing runway 15 full stop Cleburne.
First kind of traffic with Skyhawk 9 Air 4682, left downwind for set to go on 14. Missouri traffic, or 9 or 17.
One of the guys that announced at Cleburne said that he's doing a GPS approach on 33 Cleburne.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, but he'll call it off. He'll do a missed approach.
That was interesting. I hadn't heard that before.
Yeah, he'll do a missed approach. He's just telling us he's practicing. He's probably a student. You're in good shape, Jack. Just manage speed. All you got to do now. You're better at keeping those 2 red, 2 white than I am. You're a little low, but that's fine. Now just pull power. You've made the runway. All you got to do is round out really good so you won't hit that nose wheel.
I got it.
Let it sink. Just let it fall. There you go. Good job, bud.
There we go.
Want to try to make Delta? You can.
Yeah, I can.
41 minutes on your
Flight
logbook.
You didn't do your engine time?
I know, I forgot. Flaps up. Altitude reporting off. Well, I'll leave it on snap. I'll leave it. Switch. It'll shut off, but always turn it. Good, buddy.
I don't usually do anything until we leave the active.
No, and that's exactly. I got yelled at by my. Not yelled at, but I got called in by my.
The announcer on the
when I
back.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, clear the.
Cleburne traffic 02 Victor, clear the active at Delta Cleburne.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, when I took my flight.
Cleburne traffic, Cessna 172 Golf Tango, 2 miles south of the field. We're going to break off from our GPS approach to the west.
There he is. I see him. Right off the wingtip.
Don't worry about the transponder where you're still on the active runway.
Yeah, I don't touch anything till I'm off.
Yeah. I have a tendency to jump ahead, and I just wanted that done. But distracting.
You put carb heat on? John?
I'll leave it off. I mean, I turn it. You're through with it. You want carb heat for icing. There's no moisture. It's pretty dry. I had an instructor say, why do you even do carb heat in the summer? I'm just used to it.